So what are some of the issues that you think are most important to this race, other than defeating Elise Stefanik? What's central to your platform?
Yeah, so let me just take that first piece and say one of the most important issues, I think, is shoring up our democracy and democratic reforms and protecting our democracy. So that's related to the challenge to Elise. But the people in this district, it's in upstate New York. It's pretty rural. I would describe it as post-industrial, but it also houses one of the largest parks. The Adirondacks are here. So the issues that are important to people here are good paying jobs that respect the dignity of the worker, that will either lift people out of poverty or keep them in a solid middle class life, access to affordable healthcare, good education, and the environment, and protecting not only our national park, but kind of dealing with the climate crisis at large. Those are the issues that are most at the forefront of the people of New York's 21st district.
If you had one sort of signature issue that you had to champion in the next Congress, what would be the thing that you would want your name most associated with, a bill or an idea that you want to really champion in the next Congress?
First, I'll say it wouldn't be about my name being on anything. And second, I think we have the ability to do a lot of things simultaneously. So I'm hesitant to pick one, because I do think protecting our democracy and protecting our environment and the climate crisis they're both such existential threats that those are the things that most urgently demand our attention. But that doesn't mean we can't do that in conjunction with things like making sure that people have good jobs. So for example, in this district, which I said it's a very environmentally conscious district, and it's post-industrial, there's a great opportunity for those green jobs to be done here. And so you are combating two things at once, which I think we need to be able to do.
Give me a little bit of a flavor of what it's been like campaigning since you announced. I mean, do you feel like your message is resonating with the voters in this district?
I do. First, let me say how grateful I am for the support that people have provided, the interest that people have, yourself included, in this race. It can sometimes be overwhelming in a very good way, which I think underscores the point that this is important, that message is resonating. So as I run into people on the street or have gone to events, people are energized by this. People are really dissatisfied with what Elise is doing. And I think it will be a coalition of people who ultimately defeat Elise, and that is Democrats. This district has a large number of unaffiliated or independent voters, which is important to this coalition. But I also think there's a lot of Republicans who don't want to align themselves with this extreme faction of the Republican Party. I don't want to out my mother, but my mother was a registered Republican until January 6th. She didn't vote for Donald Trump, but she was a registered Republican. But the evening of January 6th, she changed her registration to become a Democrat. And I think we're seeing that, and I see that in the conversations that I'm having with people as we get out on the campaign trail and meet them, is that people are either changing their party registration outright, or they are willing to vote for a Democrat because they're concerned about the direction she's taking the party.